Please welcome Matthew Lowe for ZeroKey.
Hi, good afternoon. As Paul mentioned, I'm Matt Lowe. I'm CEO and founder of ZeroKey. If the last couple of years are an indication, we all know that virtual reality and augmented reality are coming, and they're going to be big. But today, virtual reality is too inaccessible for mainstream consumers. Most people don't actually use virtual reality. If we look at the market and some of the products in the market, we can see at one end of the spectrum on the desktop PC side, we have a couple products such as the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift. But these products are quite large. They're bulky, they're tethered experiences. You have a cord running to your computer. You often have to permanently install base stations on your wall. So it's not very user-friendly. And they tend to be quite expensive too. At the other end of the spectrum, on the mobile VR side, you have companies like Samsung, for example, that has the Gear VR that have much more cost-effective solutions, but usually not providing room scale tracking and some of the features that you would expect to be able to do in VR. This means you can't necessarily reach out and grab an object in VR. You can't stand up and walk around the room in VR, which is something people expect, and I think some of the higher quality experiences demand you have this capability. So right now in mobile VR, this is actually really elusive. And that's where ZeroKey comes in. We've developed a new technology that provides room scale tracking for mobile VR. This means with our technology, whether it's a Gear VR or any other mobile headset, you can put it on, walk around, reach out, interact with objects, have those objects interact back with you. We've designed it specifically for mobile, so it's really inexpensive. It's really, really portable. And you can see here in the picture the way we have 6 little beacons, and basically they're so small they actually store within the headset when you're not using it. And then when you're ready to go into VR, you simply take the beacons out and you put them on the ground in the room around you. At no particular location, the system itself auto-configures. There's no wires to plug in or turn on or anything like that. It's completely automatic. So you just take them out and then you go into VR and you have full room scale capability, just like the HTC Vive or the Oculus Rift. Now I'm going to show you a quick demo video. I'm going to preface it by saying that it's actually a very early stage integration of our technology with Unity. The main thing to take away is not necessarily the gameplay, but the fact that it's running on a Gear VR. It's running live, completely wireless, all on battery power. This is full translational movement right now of the racket. This is one of our engineers. And that under the Gear VR, that little cord there is our device, our tracker plugged into the headset for the USB port. So like I said, it's very early stage integration, but you could see the translational movements going through as our engineer moved and made all the rotations, everything. And that's key if you want to actually interact with objects in your virtual environment. You have to have that. Accuracy is obviously very key in virtual reality. You want things to behave as you expect. You don't want things to be knocked over if your hand's not knocking them over. So what we did, we wanted to compare our technology with the kind of market leader in room scale positioning right now, which in my opinion is the HTC Vive. So we actually built a little test setup here where we put our tracker in the center of an HTC Vive, and then we captured data from both devices simultaneously to see what the difference was. And so here are those results in real time. And so this is one of our interns here. He's doing a figure 8 pattern. He'll do 2 horizontal and then 2 vertical figure 8s. So you can see here the patterns are indistinguishable. Both systems, the HTC Vive and our system, give millimeter level accuracy. And the HTC Vive, like I said, is the market leader for tethered setups. But the big difference here is we're doing it wirelessly on a mobile platform. And of course, when we're talking about mobile, size means everything. You can see the Vive and the Oculus there, their motion controllers are over 4 inches in diameter. I mean, you're not going to be embedding that in a mobile headphone or a mobile phone or anything like that. On the other hand, our tracker is less than 1 inch in diameter, so it's much more portable. And we also have the benefit that most of the technology in our tracker is already in mobile phones. So there's further size reductions if you're to embed it into a headset, mobile phone, or other IoT device. And this kind of opens the door for a whole ecosystem of new products that are possible. Because of the size reduction, you can do things like hand tracking. You can reduce the size of it, and people actually want to wear your wearable product if it has a small tracker. But if it's got this big baseball-sized tracker on it, I don't think it's very user-friendly.
You have 1 minute.
Thanks. And so essentially, this is one of the products that we'll be releasing in mid-2018. It comes with our tracker built in, so you get the full 360-degree room scale experience, you get the low power benefits, and you can interact using your hands and fingers naturally, just like you do objects in your everyday life. And this is all made possible thanks to the tracking technology. And that's it. If you want to see any more videos or learn some more information about our technology, please visit our website, ZeroKey.com. Thanks.
All right, thanks. You have my vote for time management. Okay. Judges, questions, please.
You want to use this one?
So at the end of the day, what do you think that is a key use cases to help out the VR from the current state to the next stage? I mean, what kind of use case do you think that is going to help?
I think it's this.
But what I'm saying is that more for the entertainment or more for the games or more, I mean, what kind of verticals do you think that this will actually help consumers to adopt VR more?
Sure. So I think entertainment's the easy one, especially gaming in particular. I think the fit is obvious there, and that's where people right away can say, hey, I can do this better than what I'm doing right now. And I talked to someone yesterday, and he put it to me quite eloquently, and he said, you have to imitate the current technology and then offer the next level to give consumers that reason to switch. It's got to be considerably better. And with gaming, if you try VR with gaming, you can tell the immersion just goes through the roof. You know, you feel like you're there. A lot of our engineers, after they do VR with room scale and moving around and stuff like that, it's hard to go back to the 2D. It's very hard. It's just not the same experience anymore. But we see it in a lot of areas. A lot of areas are actually, progressing simultaneously.
What is your planned distribution model? How do you plan to reach your target audiences?
Great, good question. So we're actually focusing on a licensing model. Our hardware is actually designed from the ground up to be easy to integrate. So we're trying to work with some of the mobile manufacturers to integrate this into their headsets at that level. We do have other avenues of potentially selling as an add-on as well, but right now our primary focus is licensing.
Right. Sorry, just to clarify, what's the time frame, and then also what's the target price point?
So time frame, we're going to have our development modules available. We already have working prototypes, but our development models will be ready early 2018. And after that, it really depends. If we're going the licensing model, it'll depend on the partner we're working with, but we're hoping for later 2018 to have it consumer ready. And sorry, on the cost side, the nice thing about this technology is the innovation is more in the algorithms and the way it's set up. So the technology is extremely simple. So each beacon here is a couple of dollars. So it's very, very inexpensive. The whole solution is probably at retail less than $40. Awesome. Any other questions?
All right, thank you very much. One more time for Metlo.
And final
the first place winner who's going to get these meal tickets that works for Note 8 is
ZeroKey.
Yeah,
Great.
congratulations. All right, come on up. 상무님 하나 이렇게 주시죠. 네. Congratulations. All right. Okay. All the participants.